Welcome, Jocelyn Center Facebook fans. This is Interview Fridays with Jack Newby. I am the Executive Director here at the Jocelyn Center. We will be talking in a few minutes with Lou Reinitz about Medicare and some of the things that are coming up with Medicare, especially during this open enrollment period. Before we do that, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's happening here at the Jocelyn Center and some events we have coming up and programs. First of all, just a reminder, we're still in this COVID epidemic, so we want you to be sure you wear your masks. We ask you to take your temperature and sign in when you come into the Jocelyn Center, and that's just to make sure that we've got everyone taken care of. So we appreciate your remembering to wear your masks and sign in when you arrive. So coming up actually next week, our 2021 Health Expo and Flu Shot Clinic, and it will also be an opportunity for you to get those a COVID vaccination, or if you've already received your vaccination and are eligible, you can get the COVID booster. So we really encourage you to come here and take advantage of that. And that's on Wednesday, October 27th from 9 to 1. Plus, we've got about 20 vendors. We ask that you call us at 760-340-3220 to reserve a time, because again, we want to make sure everyone is safe, and so we're limiting the numbers of people on site at any one time. So give us a call at the front desk, 760-340-3220, and tell them you'd like to schedule a time, your time to come to the Health Expo, Flu Shot Clinic, and chance for your COVID booster. Also coming up, and we really, after this year and all the expenses and inability to have fundraisers, we're happy to announce that we've got a fundraiser coming up, our 40th anniversary. This is 40 years for the Jocelyn Center in 2021, and we're being able to sneak in that fundraiser to celebrate it on November 12th at a private residence in Rancho Mirage. Tickets are $100, providing adult beverages, anything you'd like, as well as hors d'oeuvres. It's catered by 849 restaurant from Palm Springs, so some great food will be there, entertainment. So we really invite you to come there. It's a beautiful home in Rancho Mirage. We do ask that if you purchase tickets that you do have proof of vaccination, because we want to protect everyone who's attending that event. And you can call Greg Murphy at 760-340-3220, and he's at extension 107. Want to tell you this is part of our virtual programming series, the Interview Fridays. We're also partnering with SCAN Health Plan and Foundation to provide programming for those of you that may still not be comfortable coming out, may, because of illness or disability, not be able to participate in our programs on site. So we're providing a wide range of virtual programming, and you can go to our website at jocelyncenter.org, look under programs and virtual programs, and all you need to do is to give us your email to sign up, and we will make sure you get the programs. And if you need some training or brush up on the technology, we can provide that training as well. In fact, we have Get Tech with Bob, and that's here on site. 30-minute one-on-one appointments. So if you want to learn to get more out of your smartphone or your tablet, we have computers on site that we can work with you on. So that's Get Tech with Bob, Mondays 9 to 11:30, and those are 30-minute one-on-one appointments. Our calisthenics class is back with the Mira Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 11. We have our Go for Life exercise class with Jose, and that's Monday through Thursday at 8 o'clock. So a lot happening here at the Jocelyn Center. And also want to remind you about our Wellness Center. We have a brain boot camp coming up on October 27th and November 3rd. And then another one November 1st and November 8th. So the 27th one is via Zoom, and we have an in-person one coming up on November 1st and November 8th. And you can call again that 340-3220 and ask for the Wellness Center, and they will get you scheduled in that class. Also, our Aging Mastery program is coming up, and that's starting on November 2nd. And that's a great program, and it's exactly what it says, Aging Mastery. And it covers things like finance, relationships, which are important because if you're new to an area or recently your partner passed away and you're starting to get out there and socialize, sometimes you might need some help in doing that. Or if you're having family issues or need to work on your finances or learn more about sleep or exercise or any number of things that we all face as we get older, the Aging Mastery program is for you. And we certainly encourage you to check our calendar at jostlencenter.org, find out what's happening, because we're back with our classes and adding more things every week. So we really want to welcome you here on board here at the Joslin Center. And also, if you're more comfortable or not able to get out of the house for transportation or other reasons, you can participate in our virtual programming. So we're here today with Lou Reinitz. He is going to talk to us about Medicare, and this is that time of year where people sign up for Medicare, and it's open enrollment. So how are you, Lou?
I'm fine, Jack. Thank you for having me.
Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself and the company you're with and what you do.
Well, this is my 13th year of having an agency, LJR Insurance Solutions, and I love what I do. It's actually, I am finding this to be, in all the times I've been doing this, the busiest year I've seen so far. So I do health insurance primarily, Medicare and individual, and I represent practically every major company that's out there. And I represent AETNA over at Joslin.
So again, this is Medicare enrollment. What is that period? So people make sure that if they want to
actually, it begins on October the 15th every year, and it ends on December the 7th every year.
So if a person wants to make changes and doesn't make changes within that time period, then they really have to stay with the plan that they have. So it's very important that if they want to make changes, to get in touch with someone like you to talk about that.
Well, yes, it's particularly important to always check your annual notice of change on the plans that you have, because year to year, things do change dramatically, and the coverage that you had this past year might not be the same. As an example, there was a company who had a drug plan, and it was a premium of $26 monthly. This year, it's $92. So if you don't do anything, you're going to be stuck paying a much higher premium, maybe not getting the benefits that you deserve. Particularly important every year to check your medications and the drug plan that you're on.
And that can be we know the insurance companies every year look at their formulary, their drug formulary, and make changes in that. So it's important to make sure that the drugs you're taking are still there, and that you're getting the best price.
That is correct. That is correct.
So I understand there's some changes with the Medicare and some new things being offered. Can you tell us about that?
A consolidation in our industry started a couple of years ago, and there was some big consolidations. For example, CVS purchased Aetna and SilverScript, and recently WellCare purchased several other large companies. So these companies now are very competitive. They're offering a lot of new benefits, not just those companies, but other companies as well. And so it's really very beneficial for the client. There's a lot of different choices and a lot of ways to get the proper coverage this year with more benefits than ever before.
And could you explain to our listeners, we know there's Medicare Part A, which is for hospitals, and Part B, which is for medical care, and Part D, which is for drugs. And then there's also the Medicare Advantage plans, and that can all be very confusing for people. Could you give us some insight on that?
Yeah, it sure can, Jack. I remember many, many years ago, too many now to remember, honestly, when I turned 65 and somebody explained it to me the first time, I had to ask a lot of questions to understand it. So what I do is, if I'm meeting somebody new who never has been exposed to how the Medicare system works, I sit down, I don't talk about any particular plan. I go through all the details on what the different parts of Medicare mean, on the different types of plans that can be used. There are the Medicare Advantage plans that are quite popular and have a lot of extra benefits. And there's also the supplement plans. And in some cases, people want the supplement, which they operate quite a bit differently than the Medicare Advantage. So it's really a personal type business. You want to make sure that you spend time with somebody so you can get them the right coverage for what they need.
And we hear a lot now about some possible changes in legislation about Medicare and adding some new benefits. But I understand things like there are some plans that already offer dental and vision and some additional benefits that aren't currently available under traditional Medicare. And I think there's some confusion out there about that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, a lot of the Medicare Advantage plans from carriers all over the country are offering benefits like dental, like hearing benefits and vision benefits. Every plan is a little bit different. Now, original Medicare that you're referring to does not currently offer those type of benefits, not through original Medicare. So they are discussing right now in Congress adding those benefits to original Medicare, which would be a real good thing for seniors indeed.
Because those are, dental, vision, all of those things, especially as we grow older, we may need a little more attention paid to it. And yes. I think, those are whether it happens through the current legislation or if you can get it now through a Medicare Advantage plan, I think that's something people should really consider, and especially if they're on a limited income.
Absolutely. They really are necessities to the lifestyles we have today and to the needs that we have. Very important to have those things. And I'm hoping that they do add those to original Medicare. It would be good for everybody. There is one concern here. They're talking also about lowering the Medicare age of eligibility to 62. They've talked about 60 from 65. Well, the concern is that, we have a booming senior population in this country. And if you go back a few years and look at the increases that we have seen, the problem really is in financing the Medicare system. So we have to carefully assess whether we're putting that system at more risk than it's at right now by adding all of these benefits. That's something that's going to have to be worked out.
So a lot of uncertainty particularly with traditional Medicare, and you can actually resolve some of that uncertainty for yourself if you look at those plans that are already offering those benefits for you. So
yes, as I say, every plan is different, and it's the reason we have to carry so many different types of plans. not just the Medicare Advantage, not just supplements, but there are folks who have conditions like diabetes, heart conditions, and there are special need plans as well that are very important in the Medicare landscape as well.
So you mentioned supplements because we know that traditional Medicare, covers 80-20, I think is a percentage. They cover 80% and you're personally responsible for the 20%.
That's
so
correct.
Is that where the supplement plan comes in?
Well, here's how the supplement plan comes into effect. If somebody has to, the first thing that I like to do when I'm talking to somebody and they've looked at a plan is make sure that their doctor takes that plan. Because to get a plan their doctor doesn't take is certainly going to be a bit of a hassle for everybody. We try to avoid that. The supplements are necessary because certain doctors will only accept supplements. They will not accept Medicare Advantage plans. So we have to also have that tool available to us. That's why Medicare supplements will continue to be important. We have a large hospital here in the Valley that I would tell you almost 100% of the doctors will not accept Medicare Advantage plans. Therefore, supplements do become necessary.
And I understand that there's a new preferred provider plan coming into Riverside County.
Yes, I'm really excited about that. As a matter of fact, that's a plan that Aetna has come out with this year. That's excellent. It's a good alternative to a supplement for some folks, depending on the situation. And it does offer the extra benefits that you look for in a Medicare Advantage plan. That is the dental, hearing, and vision benefits in that plan, as well as over-the-counter benefits. And a lot of other things are included, those things that you normally do not get on supplements. So yeah, it's a good alternative. And, we haven't had a plan like that here in Riverside County for at least a couple of years. So I'm really thrilled to see it back. It's good benefit.
And that's something you just brought up that I had just learned about, having known someone that was on Medicare, and that some of the plans offer. So if you go into the drugstore and you buy, you need some over-the-counter medication, some of them can be really expensive if you're buying them on a regular basis, that there are plans that cover those, what we call over-the-counter drugs.
Yes, well, not necessarily the prescription drugs, other types. These companies usually present a very nice catalog to choose from. In the case of Aetna, you can use their benefit either in a CVS store located here in the Valley, or by telephone or by mail. They make things very convenient for people.
So if any of our listeners had questions, needed some more information, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me at 760-699-1359. They can email me, or they can check my website, which is ljrinsurance.com. It's got a lot of good information on it. And my email is medmanlou1112@gmail.com. These days, of course, for agents, brokers, the office that I'm sitting in, I have not been here very often during the last 2 to 3 weeks. I spend most of my time going from appointment to appointment to help folks and get things right. And consequently, I'm sure glad you don't see the condition of this office right now. My wife, who helps me, thank the good Lord, is going to help me straighten some things up and catch up. That's what we're trying to do right now. But helping people, of course, that comes number one.
Well, this is a very busy time of year, I know, for those in the Medicare business.
Yes.
But I think it's also important, and the information that you shared with us about Medicare, and it can be very complicated and confusing for people, and you've really helped shed some light on the options that are available, and that people really should contact someone and find out what their options are, because not one plan fits everybody the same.
Yeah, that's very true. And actually, I really take a lot of pride in helping somebody get to the right coverage, get to the right doctor. That's really what I'm interested in doing. I spent a lot of years in retail, and there I learned that it's personal, taking care of people. That is carried over to what I do now, and that's the way I try to operate.
Well, Lou, why don't you give us that phone number and website again so people can
Well, certainly. Thank you so
remember it?
much. Thank you. It's the website is ljrinsurance.com. My phone number, 760-699-1359. If you call and I happen to be out, I promise I'll get back to you within a 24-hour period.
Well, I really want to thank you for spending some time with us this morning on our Interview Fridays. It's some great information for our listeners and viewers, and really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. And I'm so happy to see things buzzing over there at the Joslin. It's good to see people coming back and activities starting again.
And I'll put in a plug if you want to find out what's happening here at the Joslin Center. The website is joslincenter.org,
Yes.
or 760-340-3220. And you can talk with our front desk, and they've got all of our schedules there in front of them. So
Terrific.
really encourage people. One thing, Lou, I think you've probably experienced it as well during this past year and a half or so. The isolation can be really difficult for people. And now that we had the chance to get out, still a little, a few things we need to do, wearing the face masks and all that, but actually seeing people is just an amazing experience.
Absolutely. It's good to see things starting to happen again.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Again, thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
You too.
To our viewers out there, have a great weekend, and we will see you next Friday at 11 o'clock.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.